This next woman, she's beautiful inside and out. She spent years with CoverGirl magazine. She's a model, actress, author, activist, devout Christian. Please welcome Jennifer O'Neill.
I am so honored to be the founder of Hope and Healing at Hill and Glade since 2010. You just met James. He's our intern, our first intern and our first graduate from our Hill and Glade Empowerment Transition Program that we started last year. It's a program that James and others to follow him will live at the 2,000 square foot first floor of our main home. They will go through a course of 3 to 6 months, depending on what they need, for all the equine-assisted therapies and learn how to work with the horses. And if they choose so, they will have a vocation when they leave and a job waiting for them. So it's a new aspect of Hope and Healing at Hill and Glade, and we're really excited about it because the fact is that we're losing well over 25 veterans and heroes, first responders, every day. And that's only from the states who are reporting. So suicide is at epidemic rates, and so is divorce from our families. I want to say that we have to do something in the private sector for these incredible people who sacrifice so much for our lives. So I just want to take a moment to tell you why I am so personally involved with this. Beyond the fact that I started working at 15 to buy a horse, and God has chosen to recycle that passion to open our home and let us extend the therapeutic wonder of horses to our veterans and the entire family unit. My dad was a war hero in World War II. I have to remember that he was only 23 years old when he was a captain of a B-17, and he was shot down in his second to last mission. He spent 2.5 years in a German camp that they made The Great Escape about, the movie. Went back to London to get his bride, my mom, and here I am. But I grew up with the notion, my dad, I literally read about him in books and in school. And he was a bona fide hero. And I grew up with Victory at Sea, watching it, and war seemed to be almost romantic because the enemy was so clear in World War II. I then, on a personal note, married a Vietnam Marine. Of course, I wanted someone like my dad, a hero. He presently is 100% disabled from PTSD. I know the trickle-down effect of PTSD, which it wasn't recognized 33 years ago, as it is now. And I watched the disillusionment of our marriage. I married him twice, trying to make that work, and he just didn't know where to go to help. We have a beautiful son, who is now 33 and in ministry, but he watched the trickle-down effect. I watched the trickle-down effect because he decided at 13 to go live with his dad, and it wasn't unusual for him to come, especially around Christmas time, which was difficult for Richard, to see his dad with a gun to his head at the breakfast table. So I know from the other side, from the personal and family side, what PTS does to the family unit. And that prompted me to open up the equine-assisted therapies. Years ago, they used to call PTSD shell-shocked. And believe it or not, when people were suffering from that and they turned and ran, they shot them as deserters. So we know a lot more about it, but we all have to get involved. So I wanted to create a safe place for these warriors to enjoy the therapeutic wonder of horses, because often they deny that they're having a problem because they want to be deployed again, or there's some shame attached to it. So we have to have this safe place, a safe haven called Hill and Glade, and also to deal with the entire family. This is the process of equine-assisted therapy is well proven since the 80s in Israel for their warriors. And just to explain briefly, horses are flight animals. They have 17 expressions showing you and signaling you how they feel. But when they meet you, they don't just go up and wag their tail. They expect that you might eat them. So the whole process is a process of communication, relationship, trust. The individual in the round pen needs to be present with a 1,200-pound animal in the ring. And through the various exercises we have in programs, when that horse finally free, is completely not held by anything, comes and hooks on, I always say hooks up, sounds like we have a club, hooks on with that individual, it is joy beyond expression. So we do, and so working with animals instills communication that is taken, all those lessons learned in the ring can be taken home or to the workplace. So we encouraged our warriors and that they're welcome. Everyone is welcome, even though we're Christ-based. Everyone, of course, is welcome. We want to be his hands and feet. We work with Operation Stand Down, with Serve and Protect for the first responders, Vet Court, Fort Campbell, the VA, and we have a terrific team of horses, four-legged ones and two-legged ones. Our team, our people team, our Hill and Glade team just finished 180 hours of peer training, and we also bring in certified counselors, if need be, to work with our equine therapy. We do events, we do celebrations. We invite people just to have a good time and unwind. And we need support. We need support like any 501c3 does. Kathy Lee Gifford was kind enough to donate the cover of our round pen, so now we can heal our heroes year-round. You know, it's hard to say you're getting somewhere in your family or individually, and we'll see you in the spring when it doesn't rain. So that's been incredible. Home Depot sent 300 volunteers and worked with us with Hands on Nashville for 3 months to build out our offices. So we're looking for corporate, of course, foundations and so forth. And Kathy Lee and I are going to do a movie called Hill and Glade this summer to get, I came from movies, I did 38 of them, and so God doesn't waste in his economy things that he puts in you. He put a horse in me, and then he put film in me, and the farm in me, and so we hope to inspire people to know it's a fictional feature film, but the backdrop is Hill and Glade and what we do, so people become more aware of what the programs offer our heroes. So we do outreaches, and Jennifer O'Neill Ministries, my original 501c3, started in 2004, and so Hill and Glade is an outreach of Jennifer O'Neill Ministries. And Jennifer O'Neill Ministries, well, it addresses tough issues of sexual abuse, domestic violence, and abortion, which is the pro-life issue is my other passion. And they're all combined. People are people, and I think very few of us have missed being touched by some of those atrocities. We have vision of doing a foster care program at Hill and Glade, which means that the deployed people that go out to war can leave their dog or their horse at Hill and Glade and not have to sell them, and they'll be there for them when they get back from deployment. We want to do summer camps for military kids. The list goes on. So we're turning the bend. We want to get the news out there that everyone is welcome. And if I may, on just the fact that this is Christians, I would like to be so bold. I look like I have a minute because no one's waving at me. Hey, staff. I just want to invite us all, as the governor did and everyone else up here, that we have to have a strong voice in helping our veterans, in saving lives, in standing together. We all know this, but we have to do it. Taking it from here to here is what's really important, or from here to here. I'd like to take a moment just to read God's love letter to us. I put this compilation of scripture together to remind myself that this craggy old person here, God really loves me. And so I took the sign off on my refrigerator saying, "Don't eat your fat," and I put this up. And this is a letter from Scripture, from God to each and every one of us, and I'll close with that. Please accept this extravagant gift of life that I'm offering you. Come to me, and you will find that I am gentle and humble. I am merciful, slow to anger, and full of grace. My heart beats wildly every time I look your direction. Follow me, and I will give you the desires of your heart, because I am passionately in love with you. Nothing, absolutely nothing, can change my love for you. Trust in me, and I will help you. I'll welcome you with open arms, and I'll meet all of your needs. I will love you all day and sing songs to you at night. You mean the world to me, and my love for you knows no limits. Let me live in your heart, and I'll breathe new life into you. Just invite me in, and all of heaven will celebrate. I'll be with you every day of your life and fill you with hope, because you belong to me. You are mine. I gave up what I love the most to win your love, and I've waited an eternity for you. If you believe in me, I will save you. I will come to you riding on a white horse, and I will be your champion. I'm Jesus, the lover of your soul. God bless you all.